want him to be king. He wanted Maximus to be king.
Exactly.
You remember that? He wanted Maximus. And Commodus said, and he said, you lack certain things. And Commodus said, I may not be a warrior. I may not be this. I may not be that. He said, but I have ambition. I have dream. I have this. I have that. So just because he wasn't the same warrior as Maximus, he still had a currency to pay for it. He had something to give as well. Now, how he went about it was some scumbag shit.
Well, that's.
I mean, at least in the movie, killing off his papa like
was
that.
the, and not only then dealing with his niece. I mean, excuse me, his sister.
Look, you never cross out your family for no goddamn power, success, or no goddamn money, man. All right, and if you do that, you need to tighten your shit up, man.
Period.
Now, straight now, and the point I was making is how he didn't have what Marcus Aurelius wanted him to offer. But he had what Commodus had to offer. So you get what I'm saying? So it's everything is beneficial in a certain way. You get what I mean? So yeah, big shout out to my people that hasn't been through adversity, you know what I mean? And I don't wish that on you, you know what I mean? But and also big shout out to my people that has been through adversity and has, and I love y'all both, man.
Well, I mean, I feel the level of adversity though is healthy. You know, you need
to experience some kind of hardship.
You get what I'm saying? You got to,
because you're gonna be a sucker.
Because how you even gonna know what you made of?
Yeah.
You know, just for a self-confidence level of understanding, like, yo, I went through that, and even when it comes to teaching,
that shit was rough.
How you gonna be a teacher? You can't teach anything if you
can only teach what you know, whatever your adversity was.
Through theory, if
like,
you never had it.
Like it's all perspective. You get what I'm saying? So
I'm with you.
In some form of way, you know what I'm saying? So that's like our adversity. We might have somebody come to us like, man, when I was a kid, my mother only got us Frosted Flakes, like treated us bad, got us Frosted Flakes. We like, nigga, I use water. I pour water in my shit.
Oh, you know what? I go even a step better, right? Without having to get to the a person, for example, is like their adversity. Yeah, they might not chose the streets, been through that, had to go to jail, but they in college. They got to work a job. They got to study. They trying to, they trying to do so. They still dealing with their level of adversity.
Hold up. Tell him one more time. I always got to tell my man to say this shit one more time to you. Say it one more time.
You know, you got people in school, they dealing with all types of adversity with making a grade, gotta work, getting up. Don't be a student athlete.
Yes,
the adversity that comes with that.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, not coming from a family where they able to not only pay for your tuition, but also give you money so that you can live comfortably. So now you gotta work and go to school, keep a grade, to stay in school. So, I mean, and to add to your point, you're right. There's multiple levels of adversity that everyone goes through. We like to think. Then you got some people where their level of adversity is like not even a level of it's just showing how good their life is.
I admit, I've heard shit and I'll be like, yo, that fucking bothers you, dog? Like, you're having some trip ups over that shit?
That's to show that they've never been through anything, because something small and minute
is critical to them.
Can hold them back and can stunt their process, can kind of reroute them, allow them to...
So it's safe to say that adversity is very important for growth.
100%.
It ain't what you go through, it's what you grow through. Okay? It ain't what you go through, it's what you grow through. Okay? Now we got that. Get what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
So it's safe to say that adversity does make you or break you in some way. Because if you look at a person who's been to multiple adversity, it's like, I don't got time to be depressed. I don't got time to stress. I got to keep the lights on, dog.
I got to pick it up and keep going.
I got to pick it up and keep going. I got to put food on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but the world we living in now is all these new names for everything. They got all these new names for everything.
Titles.
And all these titles. It's just like, dog, either you built for this shit or you're not.
And they want to, then they want to categorize things like, because we're not built for this. We're these type of people, and we're not meant to be. You shouldn't be built for this. Which is some of the,
some critical good.
That's some of the craziest shit.
Craziest shit I ever heard. You should be built. Listen, man. This shit maketh man. Like it was like, I always go to certain movie quotes because I fuck with the movies and shit. I'm writing,
indeed, man.
I'm writing something.
Well, they keep it real in Hollywood a lot to us in the news. So once you understand that, movies have a different understanding.
What was the movie? I think it was Kingsman.
With my man from Europe, that
he had the umbrella, close the door.
Yes,
boom. He said, I think adversity maketh a man, or something like that. He said. On them lines,
paraphrasing.
To paraphrase. I don't want to fuck up the line and shit. And then y'all go watch the movie and be like, this motherfucker ain't said that shit. This nigga lying. But
making up
shit. But I knew it's something that or how it maketh man, manner maketh man, or something like that. Basically saying how certain adversities and certain teachings and disciplines and etc. maketh man. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't go through things, then you won't. What do you have to pay for it? What currency do you have to offer?
Exactly.
But I feel like as long as you got love, you have a currency to offer.
Well, that's the number one thing that is the highest form of currency is love.
Is love.
When you do things to genuinely help somebody, put them in position to help themselves, you're not lose. You can't lose.
Yep. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It can't be a mistake on your behalf.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean,
fact.
it's when people try to do things for monetary circumstances where it might not work out, and now they feel like they wasted this, or they feel this type of way because it didn't go as you underline wanted it to go, opposed to, hey man, I want your success. This is for you, man. This is what I'm here. This is what this is about.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And even if we talking physical currency, when you get when you go through things, it makes you stronger when you do get in that position. So say if you're going to be the CEO of a hedge fund company or whatever like that, when you have been through crashing markets and downfalls and downsizes and things of that nature, you can kind of deal with this like, okay, I've been here before. I know how to regroup. I know how to build.
You don't get too high. You don't get too low. Right there, you like,
right there in the middle. I've seen this before. I can bring it back. But I get what you're saying. When you haven't experienced that adversity, it's like you can panic under pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's like a motherfucker that drowned himself in water. You know what I'm saying? You get in water, you could actually stand up in that fucking water, but you so damn paranoid, you never even been in this position of having it go past your nose, you drown your fucking self.
And this is why, in our culture,
also,
not too many people. Number one, and number two. This is why not too many people, the suicide rate in our culture in the inner city isn't that high because ain't much come on, at what point we gonna start killing ourselves over things that we like, we've been broke before.
Like,
I've been
I know that, go ahead.
I can handle
you got that. You know
the adversity level keeps us where we can get through things, makes you a stronger individual, builds that character.
That's right.
You look at the suburbs, you look at come on man, they can hang themselves. I mean, like they got this thing now where you know, I'm not gonna speak on something I'm not that familiar with, mental health, so I don't really know. But I've heard stories that mental health is real. You know, mental health is real. People go through psychological breakdowns, and I don't know what it's from. I'm not a doctor, number one. So make sure you go talk to a physician about this, and not me, goddammit. So not a physician.
Because I'm not a physician.
Neither of us.
You know what I'm saying? I am a musician, but I'm not a physician. You know what I'm saying? So let's say that. But I heard it was some critical shit out here, and that shit was called mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Now,
initially, I didn't want to believe it.
I didn't want to believe it either because my perception of mental illness was what I saw through my eyes of what mental illness was coming up in the south side of North New Jersey, Avon Avenue to be exact. Coming up on the south side, you know what I'm saying, Brick City, and I'm seeing real mental illness. So I'm seeing motherfuckers setting themselves on fire, you know, crackheads fighting and stabbing and shit. Motherfucker, bitch, came back my jacket, bitch, you ain't just fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing things, fire rolling all over in the street. So when I got older, I said, nigga, this is mental illness. This is mental illness to me. So my perception of mental illness was being painted now. You get what I'm saying? When
Exactly.
they say,
it was only like retardation level.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, that's mental illness. Now mental
not a person that can be walking, talking, looking normal 1 minute, and then next thing you know, he did some goofy shit, and you're like, he got mental illness.
They like he got mental illness. You get
and
what
I'm
saying?
like, yeah, okay.
You like mental illness? Nah, he just did some funny shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. He just goofy.
In our days, we'd be like, that was some goofy shit. But now they categorize these things as mental illness. So I can't really go too deep on something I don't have a full study or understanding of, but I only can speak on my perspective of it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's real. People commit suicides. People do things like that. And just from an empathetic standpoint, not a sympathetic standpoint, because I don't have a full understanding of it, but to empathize on it, you know, I truly believe, I say, well, something has to be wrong here for a person to eliminate their blessing to be able to pay things forward. So I say a person suffer with mental illness and they get through it. Now they're able to use that currency, that form to pay forward to help another person cure from that mental illness.
Let me ask you
instead of whacking yourself, like, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, because that's a good point. But
apple juice good.
A person that's been spoiled brat. Can they develop a mental illness of being a spoiled brat? Right? They get that.
Yeah.
They develop a psyche. We create
like I'm supposed to have this shit.
We create an entitlement, a mindset of where now something gets